What's going on, everybody? Have you seen, have you heard, have you played or demoed the new Rane A-Trak 70? Well, guess what? I've got a special guest today to help me show off this awesome mixer from Rane. You ready to do it? Because we're going to do it right now. What's going on, everybody? Justin Schwartz coming at you from the DJs Guru studio. I am the content manager and managing director of the DJsGuru.com and DJEventGear.com. Happy to have you here today. Today we're talking about the Rane 70 Atrak Signature Edition. Check out this cool vinyl they give you, Serato vinyl they give you with it, only with the A-Trak. Beautiful looking, beautiful faceplate, but it's $200 more, so we want to talk about why. And why are we buying this over the regular 70 or any other mixer for that matter. So I'm not alone today because we all know I'm not a Serato DJ, and I'm certainly not what I would consider to be an open format type scratching or performance DJ. So I brought in my man, Danny D-Rock.
What's up, Justin?
From my area. What's up, Danny?
How you feeling, brother?
And I'll tell you a little story about kind of how I got Danny here. Danny and I have known each other for a while, and I'm sure a lot of people out there know who Danny is. He's been a Serato user, a DJ for, I don't want to date you, but for a while.
A while.
Long enough, as long as Serato's been
Almost
around.
from inception, scratch live.
Yeah. As long as Serato's been around.
Seen the evolution.
And you're currently using an S9, so I thought it would be a really good perspective, and this is not a versus type video. I love Pioneer, it's a great mixer, but I thought, like, I need something to move me, right? I need something to, like, really have an aha moment for me to be like, all right, I need that. And I brought Danny over here, I threw him 25 royalty-free songs, I threw him on this mixer, never used a Rane DJ mixer, performance mixer before, never used the A-Trak Signature, and this thing is, as we'll go through later, not just your standard mixer. There's a lot going on here. And this man dove in, and I swear within 45 minutes I was like, whoa, that mixer is dope, and yo, you're a dope DJ.
Thanks, bro.
I was impressed. So anyway, that all said, before we dive into everything, make sure you're checking us out at the DJsGuru.com, and we're also selling all this stuff at the DJEventGear.com. That is our store, partner site of the DJs Guru. So definitely check us out there and on all social medias. Now, back to the fun stuff here with this mixer. So as I already mentioned, Danny, not a Rane guy, which is fine, right? I love both brands. I love all brands. I sell them all. I've used them all. I've Rane. I have Pioneer CDJs 5 feet ahead of me. But oh yeah, by the way, he's never used 12s before either, so this was really interesting. So I want to get your first surface level impressions of course we have this beautiful faceplate here, right? We have these beautiful knobs.
Indefinitely.
And the oscillation that we'll talk about in a bit, those three things, honestly, I mean, and I'll let you dive more into it, but those three things to me make it worth it in general, right? But you know better than I do when it comes to this type of mixer. So what are your first impressions, A, of the mixer, and B, coming from the S9 and the different kind of layout and workflow for you?
Well, awesome, Justin. Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
First impression with this mixer, I mean, it's super pretty.
It is
that is,
yeah.
I got to give it. The design on this is beautiful.
Yeah.
It's crispy looking, it's clean, the layout is amazing. One of my faves on this is the rotary knobs that are uniform all throughout. And now we're talking everything from headphone cues to mic cues to the low pass, high pass filter. In addition to that, you got the same rotary knobs on the bottom here. Another great
These
feature.
are reminiscent of like the Yuri 1620 or
Yeah,
the Rane MP 2016. I think they stole these from the Rane MP 2016. Like that's what they feel like. So like I'm I'm a house music DJ, and that's like I missed that. You know.
The rotary knob mixers definitely got that same feel. If I recall, I know that they went through a lot of different design concepts as far as picking everything down to the metal.
Yeah.
I mean, the feel on these is super smooth. They're durable.
A-trak worked with a designer, 100%.
Yeah,
It was
I mean,
really, yeah.
the test, each different sample that they picked out the right ones. We're talking not just up here. You've got the same knobs down here for your mics and your faders, your fader curves rather. I think that's phenomenal look and feel for this unit with the design. Everything is placed correctly in a real easy to use manner. You've got sync buttons real close to here instead of buried up in here, which is awesome. Another thing that I love, you've got this little metal knob here, and it's the tension knob.
Tension control, right? Yeah.
Which is easily accessible for anyone who wants to change something.
Meaning that you don't have to take the faceplate off.
Or use a tiny screwdriver.
Right. It's actually just a knob.
Yeah.
And this is a feature that came in on the 70, and then also they added, I believe, to the 72 MK2. But definitely something different for Rane products, for sure. So you like that, huh?
Yeah, and in addition to that,
Like
down,
butter.
yeah, it's a phenomenal fader. In addition to that, you've got the up fader adjustment curve knobs right there.
What's
So
different for you?
yeah, so this area right here is an effects bank, let's call it. There's 6 built-in effects for the Rane 70. You've got these paddles, which are super friendly. Lock it, keep your effect on, or just toggle and turn your effect on or off. In addition to the 6 effects that are built in right here, you've got software effects, which are this new phenomenal thing that I know A-trak worked with the engineers over at Rane to come up with this fader effects. This fader effects now engages a whole nother set of effects for your up fader, which means when we do a demo in a little bit, you'll see your up faders can be down in volume, and this now becomes a way for you to use different effects from 0 to 10. And there's different oscillators in there. And I believe there's 4 different oscillators, different, a whole octave, as well as you can pick how many different octaves you want to use through. So it's like the opportunities are endless.
Next level stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that first. With what we've talked about so far, I want you to kind of do a little demo and just kind of showcase some of the things we've talked about and the workflow for you and how it's made you DJ a little differently and do a little
Yeah, for
demo
sure.
for us. Let's hear it. No pressure.
No, not at all. Now, on this mixer, like I said, you've still got opportunities to, use your rolls. That's all still there, but if you use the echoes, you can easily adjust, toggle left and right between the channel. So you can change the tempo of the track. Now this is set right here with different depths here, but this is set for what we need it to be as far as the BPM of the track. You can easily adjust that. You can double time it. You can half time it. So I think that's a great option. If you really want to get involved in half notes, 3/4 notes, quarter, half, 3/4, full notes, definitely a lot of different opportunities for you to expand on effects. So, you've got your echo, you've got your reverb, how much depth you want to add, break, how long your break wants to be, flanger, set different amount of bars, got your phaser.
You're using mixer effects right now or Serato effects?
These are mixer effects.
Okay.
Now, could you mention it?
Yeah.
This effects button right here called Flex FX. Click that one touch,
And that's
and
one
now,
of the big features on this mixer.
yeah, now you've got these 3 are what your Serato effects are. So each channel you can assign channel 1, or rather effects 1 or effects 2. These 3 are now effects 1, these 3 are now effects 2. So because it's on Flex FX, That's my combo fade echo built-in Serato effect. This is my echo. And here's my flanger, which I have assigned. So the cool part about all this,
Can you stack them?
you can stack these internally. And one touch and you go right back to the 6 internal Rane effects, which are built right there. So I think the capabilities of having them both built in right here with one touch of a button is phenomenal. And now we can play. Now we rewrite our own melodies. Let's change that to a 5 octaves. Now we have a bigger in here, a 5 octaves. So it goes higher by a whole octave.
Yeah. You know what you're doing. I can see that being really annoying, but if you do know what you're doing, I can see that being really dope.
Listen, it's all about finding the right sounds to work over the right tracks. I'm going to use...
this is royalty-free music that he just pulled out of a hat, literally.
Let's pull a sawtooth up. That's a sawtooth oscillator. Cool feature is the low-pass, high-pass filter that works on both the tracks. Playing. Okay.
You know, you're going to see this in a nightclub, you're going to see this in a studio, but I also think this lives not just in those areas, but a wedding DJ, a mobile DJ, a club DJ, even a house music DJ like myself, which we'll talk about in a second. But versatility. So you have a lot of, it's a robust mixer, right? First of all, you have 2 microphone inputs, XLR. These microphones can either be line level or mic level to change the impedance. So if you're only using 1 microphone and you are doing a wedding or you are doing something where you need to have an extra line input for a musician or somebody playing an instrument, something like that, you have that. A lot of times you're not going to have that type of versatility on a performance mixer that's a 2-channel. You also have multiple outputs. You have a booth output with a separate control. You have RCA output. You have an auxiliary input. You have phono lines as well as the USB for your decks. It really is like a Swiss Army knife for a performance mixer on top of everything else that we already talked about.
I think this mixer for an install in a club could be used for both turntablists, experimental DJs with all those options for the filter, for the effects. But a house DJ can get on this very easy. Love the...
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that jumped out at me, obviously. We talked about that before.
Let me jump in here and show you a few things that we can do with the house track. Again, you can set the timing on the amount of the beats here.
And what is that little oscillator knob doing again?
This knob is what's going to change your beats up here for it.
Okay, the beat grid.
Yeah, for the
oh, that's
this
cool.
is your depth. This is how you're going to be able to change all this stuff within here.
I love
So
it.
you got a a reverb, 50% decay. And we jump into our echo. We can change it from 1 to half to 3/4 on 1 click. It's like a toggle knob that's just like click up, click down. It's very, it's different from the others where you're turning knobs or having to hit a button.
All right, so all in all, it is definitely something that can be used for all styles of music, all types of DJs, no matter what you consider yourself to be a DJ. For me, I do any type of event, but I prefer to do certain types of events, obviously. But that said, it's nice to have a tool that you can utilize for any type of event, and I do think this mixer would be able to cross the line into house music for me, especially. I messed with it before, and I liked it. I really did. So definitely an option that I would consider. That said, I think we had a good time here today, Danny. What do you think?
Well, bro. I think
we're good. We're gonna do handshakes. All right.
I think all in all, my the walk away from this is I can't wait to get more time on this.
Yeah, this is legitimately a performance mixer.
Yeah, I think they did a great design with with the layout and all the engineering that went into this, all the fine details.
Yeah, it's manicured. It really is. The Rane 70 Atrak Signature Edition, it definitely deserves your attention. Take it from Danny D-Rock, take it from me. It's not the kind of mixer that I normally would be interested in, honestly, and I'm not a Serato guy, so that's why I brought in my Serato expert here, and I'm interested in it now. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna pick up Serato, to be honest, but as soon as they make a standalone 12s, I'm in. I'm telling you, I'm in. I think I might dive into this. So
Rane's listening.
Before we end it, real quick, how'd you like the 12s?
12s
Love
are
them?
smooth,
Coming
yeah.
from turntables? Was it a big difference? Yes or no?
No, not a huge difference.
Really?
Except for the tone on.
Love it. Yeah, no tone on. What are you gonna do with that? So, anyway, listen, everybody, you gotta give this a look. Check it out at djeventgear.com. We're going to be putting up blog reviews as well at the DJsGuru.com. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to us. Comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. Danny, thank you so much for coming down.
You got it, brother. Thank you for
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it as always. Like I always say, we'll see you on the flip side. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.